telling everybody the good news of Corey LaJoie, and I appreciate that.
She usually gets you there by preaching from across the top.
What is going on, y'all? It's Josh from Team Super Shoe, and welcome back to another episode of the Shoe Show. We are not talking about Crocs. No, we are talking about the one and only Corey LaJoie, the Super Shoe of NASCAR, and just anything NASCAR related. Super pumped to have you guys here today. We brought on, well, not really a guest. Mike is a brother from another mother, but him and his boy Jayce had the weekend of a lifetime out in Atlanta last weekend. And kind of wanted to just bring them on and hear their story. Usually we have done documentaries and we've done certain things when we go to racetracks, but sometimes we just go there and enjoy it and hang out with our kids. So it was cool to see all that they did, and I just kind of wanted to share it with you guys. So y'all sit back, relax, and enjoy our buddy Mike and Jayce. And we're here. We're here with our buddy Mike and Jayce. How y'all doing?
How you doing?
Good.
Good. I'm doing pretty good. Hard to complain after a weekend that we just had out there in Atlanta. And so this is a proud father moment for me, getting to have my son Jayce here on our podcast, The Shoe Show. And I'm just go ahead and let y'all know before we get started. A lot of y'all may think that you are Corey LaJoie's #1 fan. This right here is Corey LaJoie's #1 fan. Who's your favorite driver?
Corey LaJoie.
Corey LaJoie. Let's go, baby.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, well, we obviously, you're a co-host and everybody knows who Michael Bostic is, but I kind of wanted to hear your weekend. So you had told me initially that a fan, somebody that we've had on the show in the past, has offered you this opportunity to kind of go behind pit wall. And I kind of just wanted you to take us through the weekend, and just after seeing all the pictures and videos, I just thought everybody would really appreciate all of the cool things you guys got to do.
Sure thing, man. Yeah, we'd love to bring you on up to speed. This will kind of help me relive the weekend as well, because it was a blur. There was a lot of things that happened in a short amount of time, but memories that me and my son both made that we'll probably take to our grave. So it was good stuff. So yeah, I guess we'll just get started. So Friday evening I got off work and went and picked Jayce up from his mom, and waited on my buddy Christian to show up to the house, and we got on the road. Made about a 4-hour trip northbound from Thomasville up to Atlanta Motor Speedway there in Hampton. So pictured on the left is my very handsome son, passed out in the back seat about an hour into the drive. And so, I guess some folks just aren't quite cut out for the road life. But so that's Friday evening. In the middle picture there, Saturday morning, we had just picked up our VIP credentials from the NASCAR hauler. And my son definitely thought that he was hot stuff, getting to wear that lanyard all weekend long. And the gentleman that blessed us with this opportunity with these hot passes, I don't know that I'm supposed to name him, but I will, just because I care that much for what he did for me and my son. A gentleman by the name of Jack Vessel is the one that gave us this experience this weekend. And as soon as we showed up at the credential hauler, he gets out of his truck and he pulls out this black bag. And it had that NASCAR 75th anniversary helmet contained inside. And so Jayce got to be an autograph vulture, if you will, all day Saturday and Sunday. And the helmet was really, really pretty when we got it. And now it's just got all these black and copper squiggly lines all over it. And so we will just say, we're going to show him, I promise. He's excited. He loves that helmet. So, yeah, man, that was just a heck of a good start to the weekend, and that kind of let me know right on Jump Street that we were certainly in for an experience of a lifetime. Jayce, what did you think about your helmet whenever Mr. Jack gave that to you?
It was awesome, and I someone got it to me, and I got that, and then Corey LaJoie and Corey's teammate signed on the glass, and I got that, and then I put it on right now, and I just got no reaction. That's it.
That's awesome. Jayce, what did you think about meeting Corey LaJoie and getting him to autograph that helmet? Was that pretty cool?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I pushed Corey's car to all the way to Pickering.
Yeah.
You sure did.
Corey's car.
Corey's car. That bright and black and yellow and blue number 7 Gainbridge Chevrolet.
That's right.
Yep.
Tell me about this. Tell me about race day, man.
Say again, Josh.
I said, tell me about race day, meeting all of these, all of the Spire employees we got to meet here.
So why don't you tell Mr. Josh? You know a lot of the names. Who's some of the people from Corey's pit crew that signed your helmet?
Ryan Sparks.
Ryan Sparks. That's right. And what about Mr. Who's that right there in the middle? Roy. Mr. Roy Gang Dog. Yep. And then who's that on the right?
Corey LaJoie.
Yeah, that's Corey LaJoie, right after he signed your helmet. And remember I told you this guy here, Mr. Bob Pockris, that's the guy that reports a lot of the news for NASCAR. So you got to meet him. You got to meet a lot of cool people this weekend, man. You just don't even know.
Yeah.
They did always sign your helmet. That's right. Who's that in that picture?
This one?
Yep.
Ryan Sparks.
Ryan Sparks. That's right.
Yeah. Yeah. So where did this helmet come from? Was this also from the buddy that ended up hooking us up?
That is correct. Yep. Yep.
How'd you get that correct? You were not there.
He said, "How did you get that correct? You were not there." Because Josh knows everything, buddy. Josh is the man.
That's right. That's right. So let's see what else we got here. So before we move on, you did say that he got to push out the car. So I guess we'll start with, I believe this is the Spire Motorsports. Spire Motorsports' social media. Jayce there getting to push the car out. A fan, not many fans get to do what Jayce did here. And got two more kind of aspects of that.
I got no rules.
There you go.
Like I got cookies and I got rock.
Front tires, because they'll swing out and catch your ankle.
That's right.
You'll never forget it.
That's what you want to.
That was car chief Scott Brewer that told Jayce, he's like, watch out for these front wheels. They'll come out and wheel well and they'll run your ankles over. You'll never forget it.
What is that?
I thought that was pretty funny. But so obviously I'm shooting this video here, and I was kind of mad that I didn't have sunglasses on because I didn't feel like I was able to let out my voice the way I probably would have
This is so
with some
great.
sunglasses on. And but guys, this by all means was
Doing good, Jayce. I think you might have a career in this one day, buddy. I think you can do it.
that out of everything that I have to do within the sport and with this team and driver, this took the cake. I never could have imagined that I would get to watch my son push our favorite driver's car all the way from the garage to pit road and getting staged up for qualifying. And that's a proud moment right there, guys. I don't know how else to say it. And I know Jayce loved it too. What'd you think about it, buddy?
Pretty good. And I got started and I almost laughed.
You almost laughed. Yeah. So do you think you'll remember that for a really, really long time?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know I'm gonna remember it for a long time too, buddy. That was really, really cool. And so this picture,
You know, I was going to say, Jayce, very, very few fans ever get to do what you did. You are an elite class of fans that got to push the car, especially their favorite race car driver's car, out into pit road. That's pretty dang cool.
pretty cool.
Yeah, and after push the car and I'm done, and my dad waves the checker flag for Corey LaJoie's run.
Yeah, for his qualifying run. That's right. That was
Yeah.
that was awesome too, guys. Again, shout out to Mr. Jack Vessel for providing me that opportunity. Listen, guys, it is one thing to sit on the front row at a race and watch the cars come by through the catch fence, but to be in the flag stand and not only get to watch the car come underneath of you during the green flag, but to watch it again as you wave the checkers. That was a surreal experience. I probably pinched myself 2 or 3 times while I stood in the flag stand going, there's no way that this is really happening right now. And it was all real, man. It was cool because my son got to sit right below the flag stand, and he got to see all of that firsthand. And I hope he was proud of his dad. I hope that he thought that I waved the flags pretty good. I will tell you, I'm my worst critic. I did not do good waving the green flag. The flag kind of stayed stuck to the pole and it didn't fly very good. But waving that checkered flag, I mean, it looked pretty sexy. Looked great. I mean, it looked like a professional. So much so that I may stop pouring concrete. I may just go to NASCAR flag waving college and see if there's a career waiting for me there.
Hey, man. Yeah, that's pretty cool, man. That's I saw people doing that out in Daytona, and I thought that maybe that's an average thing. Is that something that Jack hooked you up with, or was that just kind of by coincidence?
So it was definitely something that Jack, he paid and purchased through Speedway Children's Charities. I have no idea how much that cost to do. I can't imagine that it's as much as a VIP credential, but I'm going to go out on a limb here and say it's probably more than what I would have wanted to pay myself. But that being said, I couldn't be more thankful for everything that Mr. Jack provided for me and my son and my buddy Christian, and it was just a heck of a weekend, man. That was over the top, and Josh, like I've told you on the phone a couple of times, it seems like every time we go to one of these races, something really cool happens, and you think, okay, that's as good as it gets. It's not going to get any better than that, and then you show up to another race. And somehow it gets a little better. And I'm out here doing things within the sport with my son that I just never would have imagined possible. And I guess just at this point, I'm kind of left going, well, the only thing better that I could do other than waving the flag or watching my son push the car to the grid would just be, like if Corey handed me the keys to the car and said, hey, man, go qualify this thing for me. And which I think would be fair because I feel like I'd probably only qualify like 6 or 8 spots worse than he does. So,
Yeah.
there's that.
It's pretty cool to see, man, what you guys got to experience. When you showed me that video, I almost thought maybe it was our buddy Keith LaSalle that has been a part of Team Super Shoe for a long time, and he does kind of the we've had him on the show before. He does the EMS on the track where they pick up the drivers and take them to the infield care center. And but dude, it's so cool to see that Team Super Shoe is not only just a group of fans that we all get to just talk about our favorite race car driver, but that we all kind of support each other. We have the show, you and I and a lot of us, we've kind of grown friendships through just being a part of this Facebook group. And it's so cool to see that, I would never, guess that Jack would have, gifted you or anybody this opportunity, but it's so cool to see that this group has grown to be so much more than just a fan club,
That's right. Yeah, man, it's definitely been blessing after blessing, bestowed upon me and my son. And, furthermore, to your point, like I am so thankful for the friendships that I've made within this page and within this podcast. And, Josh, obviously, you first and foremost, man, you become like a brother to me. And I couldn't be more thankful for that, man. It's nice to call you up on a weekday after I've had a few. And it's like, man, just let's shoot the breeze with old Josh. And, it's cool that you got a buddy that the relationship started from. Yeah, that's right. Number 7. You tell him, buddy. It's cool that the friendship started obviously over something, just as simple as racing, right? But, you and I have grown close enough that, we call and talk to each other about, personal things and things that are going on within our life. And, I cherish that, man. I really do. And, just can't thank you enough for creating this page and creating this podcast and bringing, people like me whose face looks like it's been hit with a shovel along for the ride, man.
Yes, sir. Well, let's see. Let's move towards some of these pictures here. So, Jayce, tell me about hanging out at the back of the hauler of Spire Motorsports. You're hanging out there right next to Corey and all of these race car they people that are engineers and mechanics. You got to sit at those tables. Tell me what it was like out there.
Good, and I drank water because I was trying to get energy to push the car, so I don't get thirsty, and I drove all the way back, and I would be late, and it will push all the way to the picker, and I just got water right now and sit on the table and all that, and Corey signed on the class, and it's Corey's teammate,
Zane Smith.
Jayce Smith in the 77 and 71, and he right by Corey's sign, and then I got outside, and then that's it.
So I'll add a little bit of context to that. So
Okay.
Corey had a bunch of people out from Team Nigu, which was really cool. A bunch of adults out there that I would guess would be maybe parents or guardians or chaperones for whatever it was. But there was also a bunch of other kids that were my son's age and maybe even a little younger. And just to see the joy on their faces when Corey walked out the back of that transport hauler, like you could literally feel the energy shift. And like it was just cool to be, standing back here off to the side, watching Corey sign the hero cards and take pictures. And it's just a testament, man. This guy has always given, me and my son and so many people like you that are watching this podcast now. He's always done a really good job of giving us a personable experience and so much more than just, oh, here's your hat, let me sign it here, take this and get out of my way. I have things to do, this guy will stop and he'll conversate and ask how your day was and, how are you enjoying your time at the track and are you excited and ready to see the race and all these things. And so it was cool to see him engage, with all these different people, but it was also cool as well that as soon as he walked out of the transport hauler, he just kind of waved to all the Nigu people and he walked straight over to Jayce that's holding up this helmet and just signs it right on the visor right away. It was like Corey walks out and sees Jayce with the helmet. He's like, yep, that's for me. Let me go ahead and sign that. And that was just, that was super cool. And he got to hang out with a bunch of the Schluter 60 reps. So yeah, man, it was cool. my buddy Christian that I took with me, I told him, and I probably bragged a little bit, but I was like, Christian, like, you have no idea how cool it is to walk into the garage and like all these, the engineers, crew chief Ryan Sparks, and some of the other pit crew personnel. It's cool whenever they know your face and your name, and they know your son's name. And I don't think Christian quite grasped like the fact that I was really being that serious. Like, I don't know if he thought maybe I, layered it with over exaggeration or whatever, but as soon as we came into the garage, we got people coming up going, Jayce, Mike, Bostic, what's going on, man? Good to see you. And Christian's just kind of starstruck over there off to the side. Holy cow, bro! Like, you weren't kidding. Like, you really do know these folks, and it's such a privilege, man. And old Corey Stevens, one of the I don't want to mistitle him, but he's like he's a big wig with Schluter Systems, I guess. Just as a general formality, I was talking to Leanne or maybe the other assistant, Miss Lindsay, and all of a sudden I feel like this hard slap on my shoulder, and I turn around like about ready to bow up at somebody, like, who just came to grab me like that. And I turn around and it's Corey Stevens, and he's like, Bostic, what's up, man? It's so good to see you. It's been a while. And that's the stuff that makes you feel, so good, man. And it lets you know that your efforts are seen, and that your, dedication and passion for the sport is being acknowledged. And, as a race fan, there's just no greater thrill than, the driver and the team and some of the people from the sponsors, like I said, that know your name and know your face, and obviously know my little guy over here. And there's just nothing quite like it, man. Hey, you gotta uncover that awesome LaJoie logo right there. We're on the shoe show, man. We gotta represent. Can't be hot.
Friday.
No, we're not gonna talk about that here. No, that'll be for the blooper section later. We're not gonna talk about that, buddy.
Well, I was gonna say that, not only that, you're getting recognized by Spire, but we got fans out there that are recognizing you, that and on top of that, sponsors. I mean, and these are all guys that are, again, not to promote Team Super Shoot too much, but super cool that we have grown this circle throughout Facebook in order to do all of this stuff and make us feel important. At the end of the day, this show is just for the fans, by the fans. You and I, we just, we get these opportunities, and we want to showcase them as much as possible, because not a lot of fans get to hang out in the pits with Corey or Corey LaJoie or Corey Stevens or Roy Gangdel or whoever else. It is so cool to be right next to our heroes and to be in the sport that our favorite thing in the world, to be able to see it up close and personal. And I think too is that something that I've I thought about in Daytona when unexpectedly I also got VIP opportunity, but it was just that I'm going to be with you, and I are both going to be with Corey next year wherever he goes. We are going to be backing him, and we're going to be moving forward in our fandom of Corey. But I really am going to miss Spire Motorsports, and whether it's Roy or Sparks or any of these people that we're talking about, these are connections that we've made throughout the years, and they have always treated us like family. I have been in those same seats and at those same tables at the hauler, at Atlanta, and it's just so cool that we get those opportunities, because people don't realize that there is so many times that this does not happen because of the team is just, it's big money, and they just want, they want sponsors and people that are paying the bills. And Spire and Corey, they have really done a good job of honoring us, as fans, and super cool, man. So we wouldn't have this opportunity without that. So just thought that was, I don't know, something to be said.
For sure. And before we go too much further, I do want to give a special shout out to Scott Brewer. He was super accommodating. Ryan Sparks was maybe busy inside the transport hauler. I don't know for sure what he was doing. I mean, he could have been eating lunch, could have been going over SMT data. I don't know. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. But he wasn't out there when it came time for everybody to orchestrate, let Jayce push the car. And so Scott was kind of the one that took the reins on that and was just super, hospitable to me and Jayce and Christian all back there. And so thanks, Scott. We really appreciate you. And that was one for the record books. And so we'll let you guys go back and replay the tape. But if you see in the beginning of that, you'll hear Scott Brewer tell my son, he's like, well, watch out for those front tires right there when they're turning. They'll come outside the wheel well and they'll run over your ankles. And you'll never forget it. And I couldn't help but laugh at that. That was good stuff. So appreciate the comedic relief there, buddy. And just thanks for the experience that you afforded
Going back this way.
to myself.
Yeah, that was it right here.
Oh, don't touch the spoiler, buddy. Right here. Perfect. There you go.
Stay right there away from those front tires because they'll swing out and catch your ankle.
That's right.
You'll never forget it.
Don't forget.
Oh man, that's good stuff. Yeah, so I mean, it was just it was a weekend for the record books, and so I put a post on Team Super Shoe once I got home and let everybody know that we made it safely. And so Josh, this parallels your experience with your mom, at the same racetrack last year, and you talked about how once they dropped the green flag, you looked over at your mom and she was just kind of sobbing and she was crying, and and you walked up to her and asked her what was wrong, and she was just so bewildered over the experience, and she never would have dreamed that she could see the sport. Let's act right, okay? All right, let's not be silly. He's 7, guys, give him a break.
Yeah.
So to parallel to that experience, right? Your mom was just kind of taken aback over getting to see the sport from a whole different angle. And so when we watched the green flag drop from the very end of pit row, and you see the TV camera out on the big boom arm, and you're seeing all the personnel pit row, ready to see their car come by. It's the team's first chance to see how the car is going to handle this right here, guys. It gives me chills just watching that video clip there. And so I stood behind my son, and I got misty-eyed once again behind my eyeglasses here. And it was just, once again, another point where you're kind of pinching yourself going, am I really here? Is this really happening to me? And I think back on all of my years of my love for the sport, ever since being a young kid at 4 or 5 years old. And if somebody would have told me at age 5 that, one day you're going to get a chance to do all these things, I'd have never believed you. I'd have told you it was crazy. You can go write some other fantasy in somebody else's book. It's never going to be a chapter in my life. And I'll be damned. It's been a chapter that's been rewritten in mine what seems like countless times over now. And so I can't thank first and foremost, I can't thank Jack Bessel enough for providing us this opportunity at Atlanta, but furthermore to people like Corey LaJoie and all the fine folks at Spire Motorsports, and Miss Leanne Egolf. She's always hospitable as always. And so I guess I'll say, before we close out the show, my son, he's going to want to show you this. Tell him all about it, buddy.
Yeah. Race center right here.
Yep, right there. Very, very familiar smudge. Who else we got on there? You want me to read them off to everybody? That's Ryan Sparks right here. And I think that's Scott Brewer. And so we had Mr. It's going to be too hard to point them all out individually, so we'll just read some of them off. We had Boy Game Doll, Bob Pockris, Ryan Skip Flores, that crazy tire changing guy on the 12 car, but you may know him as the co-host on an awesome podcast called Stacking Pennies. And we had Jack Roush and Dave Burns and Todd Gilliland and Joey Logano and BJ McLeod. And I don't know. We got a bunch of them on there, guys. And so it's pretty
Ryan
cool.
Sparks.
Yep, show right there. Yep, Ryan Sparks. Let's go, crew chief for the number 7. He likes Ryan Sparks, and I don't even know why. I mean, Ryan Sparks isn't even that cool of a guy. I mean, like he's got cool hair or something, but no, Ryan Sparks is so good to us, man. I'm glad my son loves it.
And guess what? Who signed right here?
Who signed that right there?
Corey's teammate.
Corey's teammate. Yep, Zane Smith right there.
Yeah, and
Yep.
you can't. I think you can see it, but I think you can't see it because of the light. There's a little. I'm kind of confused.
It's hard to see on the phone, buddy. We'll have to take some pictures of it and we'll post it on the page, okay? And then everybody can see it.
And there's like a run out space, like right here on my fingers.
You want to show them what you look like with your helmet on?
Yeah.
Put your helmet on. Be ready to go racing in a couple of years, boys. Let's go. Flip up the visor because we don't have any tear-offs. There he is. Let's go.
That's right.
Pretty cool, man.
Right.
I got a feeling he'll be sitting on the couch on Sundays with that helmet on the whole time, turning his imaginary steering wheel and, working his gas pedals at the bottom of the couch on the floor. And man, this is just what memories are made about. This is something that we can carry forward, for the rest of our lives and, can kind of better, document that weekend. And then we have the power of the internet, right here with what we're doing. And this will be a podcast that'll be able to be viewed for years to come. And that's just special, man. I can't thank all of you enough for, for tuning into this page, and can't thank you guys enough either, man. It seems like anytime that I post pictures of this kid at the racetrack, he's like, he's the hot ticket item, right? Everybody just loves to see what he's got going on. And that's a good picture right there with some editing by yours truly. But I kind of liked it because it kind of gives a little bit of a black and white appearance with a lot of color pop. So, you got dad and son smiling up front, and then you got race car driver and the brains behind the operations, Ryan Sparks, right behind him, and they're smiling and having a good time. So,
and there's Corey LaJoie right in behind me.
Yeah, and who's that with Corey LaJoie?
Ryan Sparks.
That's right. Look
Yeah,
at it.
man.
Not only knowing the drivers and numbers and some of the sponsors, you even know some of the people behind the scenes.
Well, yeah, man. I think that is something that, I hope that you realize is that, you and I, we have been friends for a few years now. Well, it's been probably like 4 years. I think I joined the Team Super Shoe around 2020, and we connected somewhere around there. But, I have shared my story about how my mom, as you had said, I brought her to pit road last year in Atlanta in the fall race. And my mom had the opportunity to see something that most people don't get to see, being in the VIP area. And it meant the most to me because she raised me on NASCAR. She was the person that, my family in general, but she especially, she was the one that was forking out the money to be able for me to go to races when I was young. And so for me to give that to her meant so much. And, you have told me stories of, going to Indy and being with your dad. And I hope that you're continuing this heritage, and you've raised the bar. I don't know what Jayce is going to do with his kids, but yeah, I hope you realize that, man, you're doing a good thing, and you're being a good dad. And, you have given Jayce those memories that someday maybe he'll have his own show. Maybe it'll be the Corey Jr. show. Who knows?
No, it's certainly been special, man. And yeah, I just can't thank my dad enough for getting me into this sport, at a young age, and allowing me to become passionate about it. And everybody used to give me a lot of a hard time, at the elementary and junior high school. Why do you like NASCAR so much? Like you're a NASCAR nerd, and it's like, who's laughing now? Look at us. Like it paid off. So no, it's just been great, man. And I hope maybe one day the stars will align. I think the only other thing that I would really like to do is to be able to have my dad and my son and I all in the garage, one race weekend, and let that be something that 3 generations of Bostics can share, together. And so we'll see what happens there. Might have to call in a favor one day. I try not to ask for those, but who knows? Maybe next year the stars will align, and that'll be something that we can all take part in. But in the meantime, I'm just so thankful for all the opportunities that have been bestowed upon me. That post that I remarked about earlier that I made when I got home, I closed all that out with saying that the only, at the end of the day, the only reasons why I've been blessed with these opportunities are because of the man upstairs. And all of that glory certainly does go to him. And so I don't know where the rest of you stand, within your faith or what you may believe, and even if you don't. But for me myself, I will choose to believe that there is a master creator in all of this, and that creator looks out for me and my son. And so that's something to take pride in, and a little bit of jubilation, if you will. And furthermore, just thank you to everybody on that number 17 for the ride that you've taken us on. And wherever Corey goes next year, I hope we're right there along for the same kind of ride. So 2024 has been a good one, but I look forward to what 2025 has to bring as well.
Yeah, man. All right. Well, for everybody watching, I appreciate you watching. If you could please like, comment, and subscribe, share us on other social media platforms, do everything you can to spread the good word of Corey LaJoie. Mike and I have been doing this for a few years now, and we just ultimately want to do good things for Corey because he's done good things for us as fans. And this is a show for the fans, by the fans. We are nothing special. Mike and I are just buddies from different states that do different things. And ultimately, we have an opportunity to bring you guys a little bit more content and talk about the good things that Corey brings to his fans. So if you guys haven't liked if you haven't become a member of Team Super Shoe, that's where this is all started. That's where Mike even, we all had that connection for him to even have this opportunity with his son. It is Team Super Shoe on Facebook. It's a group on Facebook where we have much more conversation there than we do here. Otherwise, y'all, I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for watching. We look forward to continuing to bring you some good updates through the end of the year. And other than that, Jayce, you have anything less to say before we take off?
I'm good, but I have a question.
What's
up?
Question?
Go Corey LaJoie.
That's right.
Well, see, so that's not a question. That's a statement, and you'll learn more about that as you get further on up in school. But he is absolutely correct. Go Corey LaJoie. Let's go, baby.
That's right, y'all. God bless. Stay safe, and go Corey LaJoie.